Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cool animated navbar using React and Framer. Alright guys, let's jump into it. Here we are guys. So I have just an array of strings here which I mapped over and made the navigation bar here with some styling, basic styling using Tailwind CSS. You can always go through the code to understand where we are. So to animate this navigation menu right now, I'm going to import motion from Framer Motion. Just because you have to make any of these HTML elements, you want to animate to a motion element. And then another thing that we need from motion is layout group. Layout group from motion. In a bit, you're going to see what layout group does. Okay, I've imported motion and layout group. I am also going to be importing useState from React. Let's do import useState from React. Alright, so let me quickly explain what layout group is. So layout group is a Framer Motion feature that lets multiple components share layout animation states. When one of the components moves, resize, or maybe exits out of the screen, right? The others animate smoothly instead of, jumping. Layout group tells Framer Motion that these elements, different elements, right, belong together. When one layout changes or animates, the transition between the old and the new position would be handled by Framer. I wish that makes sense to you, and you're going to understand in a bit what I mean. Alright, so let's initialize our useState to track the active tab that our mouse is hovering on. We're going to call it active tab. And this will be equal to useState. So for now, let's have a default value of tabs at index of 0. Now you know that what is stored in active tab here is tabs at index of 0, which is overview. Okay, now we have a variable inside active tab. So in our button here, we can now say if we have active tab that is strictly equal to the tab we mapped over, which is this that we mapped over on our code here, then what do I want to do? I want to render a div. Since this div is going to be animated, we have to add motion in front of it, motion.div, and this is a self-closing div. So now we have a div that would be rendered anytime this active tab is strictly equal to the tab, whatever the value of the tab is equal to what we have in active tab. Alright, so let's style this div so we can see what is going on here. Class name, I'll give this a value of absolute inset of 0. And then because I want it to be under the text that will be inside the button, I'm going to give it a negative z index of 10. Rounded full, and the background, let's make it white and transparent by 30. And now if I save, you see that the background appears under the overview. Alright, on our button here, we want to set on mouse enter. And what do we want to do on mouse enter? We want to set the active tab to be whatever the tab is on mouse enter. Now if I save, when each time we hover on any of these, the background changes to that very tab. It's snappy for the moment. We are going to animate it. Now that we've achieved the background changing on each of the tab when we hover it, let's now make every of those tabs a layout group. So we have every of these now is a layout group. On our button, let's style the div that moves, because what we want to animate is not the button but the background in the button. Don't forget the styling here, I used absolute because on our button here we have a styling of relative. If this relative is not here, this will not work. So I used relative and absolute. So the div is inside the button. Don't forget that. I think I did not mention that from when I was styling it. Inside this active div that we have, this motion div that we have, so we are going to say layout ID is equal to, let's call it active. You can call it any name. So this layout ID helps motion track this div wherever it is. So when I hover over here, the Framer Motion is seeing one div named active in different places. So anytime I switch my mouse, Framer Motion is supposed to animate how this div moves from one place to another. That is the concept of layout ID. You can now add the transition property. So if we say transition, this will be equal to, I want to transition just the layout type. On the type, I'm going to use spring. Stiffness is 400. Or damping 30. Damping is how stiff and slow these divs moves from one place to another, and stiffness is how quick you want it to move. Let's save and see what happens. So you see, right, it's already animating. If I should increase this damping to, let's increase it to 100 so you understand what I mean. You see, it won't move freely again. It moves very slow, very slow. So that's, you set it based on what you like. So for me, 30 is fine. All right. So we're already getting it. You're already getting it, guys. So just one thing I want to add again is, anytime I hover out of this navbar, I want the div to be transparent. I don't want the opacity to fade out. I don't want it to still be there each time I move my mouse. So let's fix that. I want the parent div to control the visibility of this motion div here. I want the parent div to do that. So on the parent div, I will say on mouse enter, set fade to false. Let me just copy that and say on mouse leave to set fade to true. So I want when my mouse leaves, this fade is true, and when my mouse enters, it's false. Then on the div now that I'm animating, I just have to come down here and say my initial property of this animated div, I want to set my initial opacity to a value of 1. Animate opacity. Now if fade is true, I want my opacity to be 0, else I want it 1. Okay, so if fade is true, I want my opacity to be 0, else I want it 1. So if I hover over this div now and move out, my state of the fade is true. So if it's true, I want it 0. I mean, if it's false, I want it 1. So when I move in, it becomes false again, and when I move out, it becomes 0. It becomes, the opacity is 0 because my state is false. So that's it, guys, for this tutorial on this navbar that is animated. I will leave a link to the GitHub repo down below. You can download and use this component. And as always, guys, a like would be appreciated, and smash the subscribe button. See you next time, guys.